All right, I've got some breaking news for you. Sending a screenshot of your pricing to your prospect and expecting them to go and sell, even if they are an experienced buyer, is not enabling them. I think enablement needs to focus not just on sales enablement, but champion enablement. Are we actually enabling our champion to go and sell for us? Everyone's talking about you're only present 5% of the deals, of the time of your deals. 90% of the buying journey you're not present in, your prospect is going around selling. Well, we need to do a better job then, if that is the case, of selling through our champion and enabling them to go and sell. So that isn't just sending them an email with 7 hyperlinks to different case studies and then a screenshot of standard pricing. I want you to build a personalized and bespoke business case that's in their language, their font, their branding. It calls out the problem and the project name internally as if it's an internal document. And then in disguise, you're role playing with your champion to test them, but also enable them to go and have a business case conversation internally with the CFO, COO, whoever it is that's the economic buyer to get your deal approved. Imagine that somebody just joins an organization because everyone's targeting people that have just got a new job in the last 30 days or 90 days. That person might not have earned the trust or credibility in the organization to go and spend 50K or 250K. So you need to do an extra job at enabling that person by building a great business case that calls out the problem, the impact it's having, the metrics that are suffering as a result, the proven and agreed upon use cases that have been differentiated and signed off, the commercial model. And I don't just mean how much it costs per seat. What's the annual commitment? If it's a multi-year contract, spell out the total contract value is this over 3 years. Payment terms are upfront. Like really document everything in there. Put an FAQ section. Like go to detail. If anyone wants some information about business cases, drop me a message. I've actually built an entire course in the sales university just on business cases. It's such a critical part of the sales process that gets neglected. But you need to make it really easy. So if they are in front of the CFO in a board meeting or in an exec meeting and they're presenting your solution for sign-off, you want to make sure that they've got everything in their back pocket that they need to have a great conversation in that moment. You don't want them to be challenged by, say, the CFO and they say, hey, what happens if we don't do anything for 6 months? What are the impacts to our business? What are the negative consequences? If that person can't clearly articulate that back, the CFO isn't going to feel super confident that there's consensus, it's been well thought out. They're just going to say, hey, let's park this for 6 months. We can bring it forward if we need to. They don't mean that, but we can bring it forward if we need to, and then we can do something about it then. Does that sound good? Okay, great. What's next on the agenda? And then your business case is gone, your opportunity's gone, and 2 things happen. One, they come back to you and they give you bad news late in the quarter. Hey, James, we've decided not to do anything for the next 6 months. What they're telling you is I failed to inspire people internally to prioritize this initiative. Or what really happens is they ghost you because you're such a nice person, because everyone talks about being friendly with their prospects, that they don't want to give you bad news. So you end up seeing that deal slip because in your mind, that deal's still happening. But you're like, hey, they must just be on holiday, or maybe the meeting got delayed. I'm struggling to catch up with them. It slips to next quarter and then it never happens. Right. So take the best opportunity and put your best foot forward by building a really solid business case, build it live with your champion and enable them to go and have a fantastic conversation, and you will win more deals. And this is probably one of the biggest hacks in 2024. I've been doing it for years, but given that like CFOs and finance in general still only want to place safe bets, make it sound like a really safe bet.